Two households, both alike in dignity, they are seen. From ancient grudge, break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth these two foes, where the stark cross lovers take their whose lips had ventured hideous overthrows, those with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of the death-marked love and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end thought should be removed, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage. The which, if you with patient ears attend, what ears shall miss our toil, shall strive to end.
Scene 1, Verona, public place. Enter Samson and Gregory of the house of Capulet, armed with swords and...
Gregory, oh my word, will not carry coals.
No, but then we should be colliers.
I mean, and we, being collier, will draw.
I will live, draw your neck out of collar.
I strike you quickly. Be moved.
But thou art not quickly moved.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
A dog of that house shall move me to stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid of Montague's.
That shows thee a weak slave, for the weakest goes to the wall.
True, and therefore women, being the weakest vessels, are ever thrust to the wall. Therefore I push Montague's men from the wall, and thrust his maids to the wall.
Quarrel is between our masters and us, their men.
'Tis all one. I will show myself a tyrant when I have fought with the men. I will be cruel with the maids and cut off their heads.
To the maids,
Aye, the heads of the maids, or their maiden heads. Take it in what sense thou wilt.
you must take it in sense that you do.
Me they shall feel while I am able to stand, and 'tis I am a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well thou art not fish. Thou hast been poor John. Draw thy tool, and here comes two.
My naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I will back thee.
Turn thy back and run.
Hear me not.
No, Mary, I fear thee.
Let us take the law of our sides. Let them begin.
I will frown as I pass by and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare. I bite my thumb in them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say A?
No,
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I bite my thumb, sir.
do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better.
Well, sir,
Say better. Here comes one of my masters.
yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw off, you be men. Gregory, remember thou shalt swatching blow.
Here is the word.
Here then Benvolio.
Distracted by your reason. Then we'll be over. Part fools.
And the pizza chair.
Right after Samson, Peter.
Sitting still.
He's stripped also. Hope you proud for him.
I have this one. You want the
Oh,
whole
good.
course?
Pause for a moment.
Right before the entrance of Tybalt. So you got
Put up your swords. You don't know what you do.
What art thou drawn among these heartless times? Turn thee, Benvolio, look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword. I'll manage it to part these men with thee.
What? Drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward.
for anybody who's the first one.
What do you think this? Give me my long sword, ho! My sword, I say, old Montague is coming, flourishes his blade in spite of me. Thou villain Capulet, hold me not, let me go.
Rebellious subjects. Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace,
Accurate.
profaners of the neighbor-stained steel, will they not bear? What ho! You men, you beasts, that quench the fire of your promiscuous rage, with purple fountains issuing from your veins, on pain of torture from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil bras bred of airy word, by thee, old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made Verona's ancient citizens cast by their grave beseeming ornaments, to wield old partitions in hands as old, cankered with peace, to part your cankered hate. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me. And Montague, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasure in this case. To old Freetown, our common judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Set this ancient quarrel new approach. Speak, nephew. Will you buy it when it began? Here, for the servants of your great victory, and yours, chose fighting ere I did approach. I dare to part them to the
Shakespeare did not.
instant king the fiery Tybalt with his sword prepared, which, as he read defiance to my ears, he swung above his head and cast the sword. The winds, who nothing hurt before, hissed him to scorn, while we were interchanging thrusts and blows. Come there and come more and more. What? part and part. One pain is lessened by the anguish, another's anguish. Turn bitter, and you'll be
When turn to baby.
Yeah, you have to.
oh, wait.
You want my-
Yeah, no. Till the prince came, sorry. Till the prince came, who parted either part.
Well, where is Romeo? Saw you him today, right when it was not straight.
Madam. An hour appeared forth from the golden window of the east. A troubled mind drew me to walk through, where underneath the grove of sycamore, westward rooted from the city wide side, and so very walking did I see your son. Toward him I made, but he was where me and stole into the cover. I, measuring his affections by which then might not be found, being none too many by my very self, pursued my humor, most not pursuing his, and gladly, Chandra gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, tears augmenting the fresh morning's dew, adding the clouds, more clouds with his deep sigh. But also soon as the all-cheering sun should in the farthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed, waves and light steals home from my heavy sun. Private in his chamber, pens himself, shuts up his window, locks fair daylight out, makes himself an artificial night. That poor Tennis must his humor prove, lest good counsel may be cause removed.
No, the cause.
I neither know it nor can learn of him.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends. He, his own affection's counselor, is to himself. They will not say no true, but to himself so secret and so close, so far from sounding and discovered as bud bit with an envious worm, ere he can spread his sweet leaves to the air, dedicate his beauty to the sun. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willingly give cure as no.
Oh, see where he comes. So please you step aside. His grievance, he much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by this day, be your true shrift. Come, madam, let's away.
Good morning, cousin.
Is the day so young?
What news?
I mean, sad hours seem long. Was that my father went so fast?
What sadness lengthened Romeo's heart?
Not having that which having makes them short. Out
Of love?
out of your favor where I am in
Alas, that love so projected in his view should be so tyrannous and rough.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? Me, what fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate, oh anything of nothing first create, oh heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms, feather of lead, bright smoke, coal fire, sick health, still waking sleep that is not what it is. This love feel I that feels no loveliness. Dost thou not laugh?
No, I rather weep.
Good heart,
Good oppression.
why such is love's transgression. Griefs of mine own lie heavy to my breast, which thou wilt propagate, to have it pressed with more of thine, this love that thou hast shown, doth add more grief and too much of mine own. Love is a smoke raised with the fume of sighs, being purged of fire sparkling in lovers' eyes, being vexed to see nourished with lovers' tears. What is it else? A madness most discreet, a choking gall, a preserving sweet. Farewell, my cousin.
So, I will go, and if you leave me, you do me wrong.
So I have lost myself. I am not here. Is it not Romeo here some other where?
Tell me, who is that you?
What? Shall I groan and tell me?
Wrong? I know. But sadly, tell me.
Bid a sick man in sadness makes it will. Ah, word ill urged to one that is so ill. In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I am so dear, supposed to be loved.
Right good marksman. Oh, she's fair, I love.
There, yes.
Well, in that hit you miss, she'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Diane's wit, and strong proof of chastity well armed. From love's weak childish bow she lives unarmed. She will not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor up her lap to saint seducing gold. Oh, she's rich in beauty, only poor that when she dies, with beauty dies.
Then she has sworn that she will still chase.
She has. And in that sparing makes huge waste. Her beauty starved with her severity cuts beauty off from all posterity. She is too fair, too wise, wisely too fair to merit bliss by making me despair. She has forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live. Dead that I live to tell it now.
But people by me forget to think
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
of by giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
'Tis the way to call hers exquisite. Question more. These happy masks that kiss fair ladies' brows, being black, puts us in mind they hide the fair. He that is struck and blind cannot forget the precious treasures of his eyesight lost. Show me a mistress that is passing fair. What doth her beauty serve but as a note, where I may read who passeth that passing fair? Farewell, thou canst not teach to forget.
I'll take the doctor.
Scene two, the street. Enter Capulets covers women. Another kiss is bound as well as I, down to the light. It's not hard to put men so old as we keep peace.
Honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you live at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
Let's say any more what I have said before. The child is yet a stranger to the world. He has not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride ere they may think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid,
And too soon marred are those so early made. Made swallow all my hopes that she is the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her, gentle parents, get her heart, like will to her consent is but a part. And she agreed within her scope of choice lies my consent, fair, according voice. Tis night I hold in all accustomed peace, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love. You among the store, one more, most welcome, makes my number more. At my poor house, look to behold this night, heard treading stars that make dark heaven light. Such comforts as we lusty young men feel on well-appareled April, on the heel, lifting winter treads, even such delight among fresh female buds shall you this night inherit at my house, hear all, see all, and like her most, whose merit most shall be, which onward view of many, mine, being one, may stand in number, one reckoning none. Go with me. Closer up, trudge about, fair Verona. Find those persons out whose names are written there. To them say, my house is welcome, and your pleasure stay.
Find them out whose names are written here. It is written that the shoemaker should meddle with his yard, and the tailor with his last, the fisher with his pencil, and the painter with his nets. But I am to send to find those persons whose names are here writ, and I can never find what names the writing person had here writ. I must have learned it in good time.
Tut, man. The barber. Brush. Our pain is learned by one of those English. Turn pity, and he has one desperate one turning and one desperate grief comes with another's life. So take thou some new infection to thy eye and right from the poison of the old one.
Your Blended Leaf is excellent. That.
For what I read,
For your broken shin.
well,
Not mad, but bound more than a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented. God, good fellow.
Godden, I pray, sir, can you read?
Aye, mine own fortune is my misery.
Perhaps you have learned it without book, but I pray, can you read anything you see?
Aye, if I know the letter and the language.
Say honestly, rest you merry.
Stay, fellow, I can read. Signors Martino and his wife, daughters, County Anselmo and his beauteous sisters, the lady widow Bertrio, Signor Placentio and his lovely niece, Mercutio and his brother, Valentine, mine uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Livia, Signor Valentino and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio, and the lively Helen, fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up
Whither?
to supper, to our house,
Whose house?
my master's.
Indeed, should have asked you that.
Now, I'll tell you without asking. My master is the rich, great rich Capulet, and if you be not of the house of the Montagues, I pray come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
at the same ancient piece of that the fair Porcelain, when that so loved, but only in beauty of her. Go thither and with maintain the unattained eye, compare their two face with that some of thy show, and I will make thee think thy
Bro.
When the devout religion of mine eye maintains such falsehood, then turns tears to fires. And these, who often grounded, could never bound. Transparent heretics be burnt for liars. One fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun, ne'er saw her match since first the world began. Tut.
Tut.
You saw her fair.
Sorry, I go along. Oh, Tut?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Tut, you saw that. That's none being more by herself. But in that crystal, in that crystal scale, let there be weighed your lady's love against some other maid. I show you shining at this feat. And she shall show well. Seems yes.
I'll go along. No such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor.